The elderly vampire wore a sign around his neck, begging for blood on the streets. Overwhelmed by hunger and thirst, he couldn't help but bare his fangs at a passerby. The next second a pair of pincers reached for his neck. A police officer held tightly to the other end. Then the pincers released a terrifying electric shock. The vampire collapsed to the ground on the spot. The surrounding vampires were already used to scenes like this. In the future world, a plague allowed vampires to take over the world. Humans were raised underground as food. As a result, blood became an extremely rare and valuable commodity. Only a small number of vampires could still afford the luxury of purchasing blood coffee, and those vampires who had gone without blood for too long turned into monsters hiding in the shadows underground. Edward passed through the ID verification channel to enter the company. As the elevator doors opened, he was greeted by the sight of the world's largest human blood bank. As one of the last surviving humans in the world, their blood had become the company's most expensive commodity. As a blood expert, Edward had only one mission to quickly develop a substitute for human blood. With the support of the company leadership, the experimental trial officially began for the first time. As Edward injected the synthetic blood substitute into the vampire's body, the man's condition was initially very stable, and all physical data appeared normal. The executives were very hopeful, but as more of the substitute was administered, the man's body temperature began to rise. By the time the injection was complete, Edward was just about to ask how the man felt, when suddenly, the test subject spewed a large amount of thick fluid from his mouth. Then his body started convulsing wildly. This reaction far exceeded Evrion's expectations. As Edward quickly administered human serum, the frenzied vampire slowly began to calm down. This failure made Edward even more determined to develop a successful substitute.